In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on April 14, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Washington Wizards versus Boston Celtics. The Boston Celtics are set to host the Washington Wizards in their final regular season game at TD Garden this Sunday afternoon. These teams occupy opposite ends of the standings, but the outcome could be closer than anticipated due to potential player absences. Boston boasts the NBA's best record, while the Wizards find themselves in 14th place within the Eastern Conference standings. The Celtics have triumphed in all 3 encounters this season and aim to complete a clean sweep. Fans won't want to miss this decisive season finale. The Washington Wizards have endured a rough patch, losing 8 of their last 9 games. They're determined to halt a 5-game losing streak after narrowly falling to the Bulls 129-127 on Friday. Denny Avdija starred with 24 points, 12 rebounds, and 8 assists, supported by Corey Kispert's 23 points and Patrick Baldwin Jr.'s 18-point contribution. Despite a strong start with a 16-point lead, the Wizards faltered in the final minutes, allowing the Bulls to escape with a win. Meanwhile, the Boston Celtics have been in excellent form, winning 6 of their last 8 games. They dominated the Hornets with a resounding 131-98 victory on Friday, led by Peyton Pritchard's 31 points and 11 assists. Sam Hauser, Luke Kornet, and Neemias Queta each added 16 points, with Jadon Springer contributing 11 points. The Celtics controlled the game, shooting efficiently and securing a comfortable lead by halftime. The Wizards continue to contend with injuries, notably missing Marvin Bagley, with Jordan Poole and Richaun Holmes uncertain for the game. In contrast, the Celtics are opting to rest their entire starting lineup. Despite their recent struggles, the Wizards remain competitive and could potentially upset the Celtics. Boston should secure this game in the bag even without their regular starters in this one, so the Boston Celtics to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Both teams face key absences which could impact scoring. The Wizards are without several starters and key bench players, while the Celtics will rely on a makeshift lineup due to resting their starters. Given the lack of stakes for both teams, this game is likely to be low scoring, with neither side poised to run up the score. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Charlotte Hornets versus Cleveland Cavaliers. The NBA's Eastern Conference season concludes with a game between the Charlotte Hornets and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Charlotte is set to finish 13th in their conference after a tough road loss to the Celtics, where they were underdogs by 7.5 points and fell by a margin of 33 points. Meanwhile, the Cavaliers are coming off a victory against the Pacers, winning 129-120 while covering the spread as 3.5-point favorites. These teams have faced each other twice this season, each winning on their home court, resulting in a split series. The Charlotte Hornets have been struggling lately, losing 12 of their last 15 games. They aim to end their regular season positively following a heavy defeat to the Celtics on the road. Tree-Man led the team with 19 points and 8 assists on efficient shooting, supported by Nick Smith Jr., who added 15 points off the bench. However, no other player managed to score in double figures. The team shot 42% from the field and 15 of 35 from beyond the arc, struggling to keep pace with the Celtics, who dominated the game early, particularly outscoring Charlotte 39-19 in the second quarter. Conversely, the Cleveland Cavaliers have been in relatively good form, winning 4 of their last 8 games. They seek to conclude their regular season with a 3rd consecutive victory after defeating the Pacers 129-120 at home. Donovan Mitchell led the charge with 33 points, 5 assists, and 4 steals, supported by Jarrett Allen, who contributed 29 points and 13 rebounds on an impressive 3-of-1-4 shooting. Darius Garland and Caris LeVert each added 16 points to secure the win. Cleveland shot an efficient 52% from the field and 13 of 32 from three-point range, showcasing strong offense, especially with a 70-point first half and a critical 6-0 run in the final seconds. The Hornets are monitoring the status of Davis Bertans, who is uncertain for the upcoming game. Meanwhile, the Cavaliers continue to miss key players including Sam Merrill, Caris LeVert, Donovan Mitchell, and Ty Jerome. Charlotte has struggled with consistency recently and showed poor form in their recent defeat, whereas the Cavaliers are entering this game aiming for their third consecutive win. Although betting on the last game of the regular season is challenging, I anticipate the Cavaliers to handle business despite the significant point spread. So the Cleveland Cavaliers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Defensive intensity is unlikely to be a focus in this final game, given that the Hornets have nothing to gain from a win, and the Cavaliers have secured a playoff spot. Charlotte has consistently exceeded point totals throughout the season, going over in their last 5 games and in 11 of their last 13. This trend reflects their defensive struggles, ranking 29th in defensive efficiency. With all 5 starters healthy and on the court, the Cavaliers are poised to capitalize on offensive opportunities. Cleveland has surpassed the projected point total in 2 of their last 3 games. When comparing offensive and defensive statistics over the last 3 games, both home and away, and throughout the season, the projected total point score is estimated at 226. Despite a relatively slower pace with 100.9 possessions per game, I anticipate a final projected total of 228 points. Both teams are eager to end the regular season positively, emphasizing offense in a matchup where scoring has been a challenge all season long. Therefore, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Toronto Raptors versus Miami Heat. The final day of the NBA season has arrived, and it's time for the Toronto Raptors to face off against the Miami Heat. These teams clashed recently on Friday, with the Miami Heat prevailing 125-103 and a half-point favorites. Miami's young forward Nikola Jovic stood out with 22 points, while R.J. Barrett delivered a strong 35-point, 11-rebound performance for Toronto in the losing effort. This game marks the 4th encounter between them this season, with Miami holding a 2-1 advantage in the series. The Toronto Raptors find themselves in a rough patch, having lost 18 of their last 20 games overall. They'll be looking to avoid a 4th consecutive defeat after being convincingly beaten by the Heat in a 125-103 road loss last Friday. R.J. Barrett led the Raptors with 35 points and 11 rebounds, shooting an impressive 13 of 18 from the field. Emmanuel quickly contributed 15 points, while Bruce Brown added 14 points on efficient 5 of 6 shooting off the bench. Despite shooting 48% from the field and 10 of 31 from beyond the arc, the Raptors struggled to keep up with the Heat from the outset and couldn't recover after falling behind by 16 points at halftime. Meanwhile, the Miami Heat have been in decent form, winning 6 of their last 9 games. They'll be eager to finish the regular season strong after cruising past the Raptors in their previous matchup. Nikola Jovic led Miami with 22 points, supported by James Jackson Jr.'s 20 points and 9 assists off the bench, along with Bam Adebayo's 19 points on an efficient 8 of 10 shooting. Miami shot an impressive 52% from the field and made 17 of 41 attempts from beyond the arc, scoring 66 points in the first half to secure a substantial lead that they maintained throughout the game. The Raptors are still without several key players, including Scottie Barnes, Chris Boucher, and Emmanuel Quickley. On the other hand, the Heat have ruled out Terry Rozier, and Duncan Robinson is listed as questionable for this matchup. The game tips off at 1 p.m., meaning the Heat won't know the results of other Eastern Conference games that could affect their playoff seeding. With no reason to let up, Miami will be aiming for another commanding victory to avoid the play-in tournament. Despite Toronto's struggles, they'll be motivated to close out a challenging season. They've faced adversity with injuries, especially losing Scottie Barnes to a season-ending injury. Miami recently covered a similar spread against Toronto, while Toronto failed to cover larger spreads against other opponents. The Heat are driven to secure a playoff spot, and Coach Spoelstra knows how to handle crucial games. It's always difficult to beat the same team twice consecutively, especially for a struggling squad like the Raptors. Despite the hefty line, Miami looks poised to replicate their previous performance. Thus, the Miami Heat to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. This pick challenges common perception. While the Heat are often viewed as a slow, defensive team that favors unders, recent trends show they've gone over in 8 of their last 9 games. Harrow's return provides a scoring boost and alters Miami's offensive dynamics, creating opportunities for his teammates. Conversely, Toronto plays at a fast pace and lacks a dominant post presence, preferring perimeter scoring. The Raptors have surpassed the total in 7 of their last 9 games, and if they struggle early, Miami could run up the score. Examining recent defensive defensive performances, the Raptors have allowed an average of 124 points in their last 3 games, while the Heat have given up 110.5 points in their previous 4 outings. Miami boasts a solid defensive field goal percentage at 46.8%, ranking 10th in the league, whereas Toronto's defense has struggled, allowing opponents to shoot 49% from the field, placing them 25th. Therefore, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.